Hey guys, welcome to another, well, interesting type of video like I did before. Um, I will say this will be my first time ever actually talking about stuff, and I want to implement it to my type of content so I can be somewhat consistent because I don't want to make content all the time. But, anyways, I decided to just play games while, speaking about story time to make it more comfortable. But yeah, let's just get started. Year where I went to the hospital, considering fun fact, I am lethally allergic to peanut butter. Nuts, tree nuts. So I came home, right? Came home from school. I got hungry. I looked in the fridge, I looked in the little like door thing where we could like a closet looking thing for food, right? I looked all in there. There was literally nothing. I told my mom, hey, if there's nothing to eat, she said, wait till tomorrow. There'll be something there. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can hold it in there. And I asked my sister because she was a vegan at the time. Hey, can I eat this like food you have here? She's like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know if you'll like it or not. I didn't read anything. I didn't read if it had anything into it because vegan food. I didn't think it would have nuts in them. My dumb head thought there were no nuts in them. And when I saw that, once I ate one bite, right, I started feeling weird. I started thinking, hold on, am I supposed to feel like this after eating noodles? It was just like simple noodles type stuff. It wasn't really anything like extreme. But once I once I took one bite, I went to the bathroom, started puking like profusely, and they thought I was joking. They thought I just hated the food overall, or that I was just doing an act, right? No. Once I started after the puking sensation, and I was about to do it again, I felt something weird in my like heart. Like my heart was starting to be irregular or something like that. I felt my heart hurt. I felt everything off. My throat started to feel like I couldn't breathe for a little bit. To the point that they said, okay, we need to get to him now. We need to make sure he's okay, type stuff. I had to throw on some shoes. I kept my school clothes. I threw on some shoes immediately because I knew this was like, I'm on a timer. And it was not long because I felt my heart hurting more and more the more I didn't go get treated. They tried to go to Dollar General to get something, like I think it was Dollar General. They tried to get something for right now so I can not feel the pain as much. But that didn't work at all. It made it even worse. Once I told them, yeah, my heart hurts like a lot more, they finally called 911 and said, we need this. We need someone to meet us at this spot. We were next to like a fire department type thing, and we were just sitting there. I heard an ambulance, and I started crying, bro. And I still do to this day, when I heard the ambulance, because I'm like, this is the first time I've been strapped up and had to sit there. Because, like, let's just say, I was just talking, bro. I was just saying, hey, am I supposed to feel like this? Am I supposed to do this? I said, Mom, help me. That was the first time I've ever said help me to someone. I can't. I feel like I'm gonna die type stuff. I was scared, dude. I really was scared. I feared. That was the first time I ever had fear in my eyes. Like, back then, bro, I was so edgy, bro. I said, I don't care if this happens to me type stuff. But once I, like, figured it out, why I was scared, it was not because I was losing my life. It's the fact that I don't know I don't want to die out like this, right? I didn't want to die to a freaking nut or a freaking allergy. I didn't at all. Like, if I did, I would have hated myself, honestly. Mother was just chasing the ambulance because I'd never seen him cry like that or show, like, weakness before when it came to that. And that's what scared her. When I show weakness to something, and it's serious, dude, everyone gets so worried about it. And that's how you know I'm very serious, that I'm in pain and I can't keep going, really. Um, I guess another thing, right, is that when I was there, when we finally got there, and this is the first time I was on a bed, bro. Once I went to the ER room, it took me about, like, I want to say 20 minutes because the Benadryl was starting to kick in, actually. I could start slowly breathing. I just couldn't hyperventilate or anything like that because I had to be calm throughout the entirety of that situation. So I cooled off. I was like, okay, I'm gonna beat this mentally because I can't. I had a freaking mask on, dude. I had to only breathe through that. I was in a freaking gown of some sort too. And then once they told me to come in, someone had to roll me in there, and they said, "What happened to this dude?" They said, "Allergic reaction. It was put into the food, and he didn't know it." So they were like, okay, bring him into the ER room immediately because he might lose his life. So they put me in the ER room. My mom called up and said, hey, where is he? They told me in my room, let her in with my little brother as well, who was very, like, 3 years old. Once they got in, I felt kind of secured, right? I felt kind of safe to just close my eyes for a minute. Once I closed my eyes, I just started having okay, so you know how people say, like, when they go to sleep they don't dream? For me it's the case, but when I, like, close my eyes and I'm not dreaming, I just see myself just sinking in, like, very dark water. You know you're in the underwater, but it's, like, so dark that you can't really see that. You're just in there, just sinking slowly. And then the next thing that happened, so after all of that, right, I didn't wake back up until, like, 8 hours. So, like, literally in the morning, bro. Like, right in the morning where I'm supposed to go to school type stuff. Like, start getting ready for school. I slowly awakened, like, in the hospital again. I looked over to mom, and she was happy I was okay. And I told her, hey, mom, what happened? So they said the doctor put 4 other needles in me to make sure I'm okay. I look at my arms, I'm like, wow, that's the case. How long was I asleep for? She said 8 hours. Like, the time you actually sleep. I was like, so am I fine to go back to school? Because it was like, I looked at the time, it was military time. I didn't understand it until I asked my mom, like, what time is it, right? And she said, oh, it's almost time for you to go to school if you were okay. I was like, I'm okay. When can I go, like, right now? Until the doctor says you can. So, doc said I'm free to go, but don't overexert yourself. You're still not 100%. Got up. I felt weak in my legs. Mom helped me be stable, and then I was able to walk a little bit. I started walking to the car. I wasn't going to school through the bus. I was going to school through my mom because she doesn't know if I'll be okay in a group setting after all that. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Anyways, now on to senior year, the most chillest year and the most depressing for me. Very, very depressing for me. So I was talking to one of my best friends, the girl one, and we did, like, pep rallies, right? For before any, like, big game, we did a pep rally. So I saw both of my best friends, and I tried to get them to know each other. I noticed that the male best friend, cowboy dude, was starting to dig my best friend, and I was like, oh, I have a competition. Mind you, I don't really like competition when it comes to my crushes and stuff. So I told him, hey, I have a crush on her. He's like, oh, okay, I'll try to set you up type stuff. Next thing you know, 5 weeks later, he starts getting feelings because he was like, oh, she has everything I would want in a girl type thing. And so we both shook hands that we will both do our best to see who wins. Of course, I won, but I didn't win her heart because, I was struggling on it. I didn't know how to format. This is my first time actually trying to. But I did win the quote-unquote rizzing contest. And then when it hits November, when it was with the bonfire thing, they asked each other out. Well, he asked her out. She was about to say no, but once he started almost about to start crying, she gave him pity and started dating them. I was like, wow, there that goes for me. And it hurt. It really did. I will say that it did hurt. But I said, I'll support you guys. And then I just started becoming silent. I started becoming who I am today. Quiet, don't care about anything much. Quiet, don't really talk much. Try not to say anything about me, really. But then they started saying, "Are you okay?" type stuff. I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then my male best friend was starting being a prick to me because he knows I would be a better shot than him. And he was like, "Yeah, you're just a pussy, bro." I was like, "What? You're really gonna say that to me? Even though I take care of her when you don't know how to take care of her." As in, like, she was under anxiety stuff. I knew how that felt, right? And I was like, "Yeah, I can help you with that. I don't mind," right? And once he realized I was basically her therapist, her doctor, her best friend, literally just there for her anytime she needed it. And she really did call on me for a lot of the times. But once he realized that, he started pushing me away from her, and it kind of left her depressed. So then I made 2 new friends in spite of him, and we actually started talking. And then last period, we had the same class, so that was very fun. He started being a little bit rude to me because he was saying I'm acting Hollywood, even though I was a little bit fuming. I was fuming here. I said, "You're the more Hollywood than me, considering you're pushing me away from my friend that wanted to talk, like needed someone to talk to. Even she wasn't okay, and yet, even though you want me to do this on the third, you kept bullying basically me because I was closer to her than you, and you somehow got the pity date." And then she was doing things that she didn't want to do. I'm not going to get into that. Another person got into the mix. It was her best friend. They're dating, and now she introduced her to me and him, mainly to him because they're in a relationship, and once he realized that person that got at it was just lust to him. No love at all, just lust. Started cheating, didn't really care about her, started arguing with her, started getting on her nerves. And then I'm not gonna play another game because we're almost done here. And the second half of senior year, during winter break, they took a break from each other because he was acting kind of crude and tried to make them do things out of lust instead of love. The person that just got into the relationship, they noticed that I was quiet to try to include me into the conversations, and I told her, "I like what you're doing, but please don't." I had a lot going on in my mind at the time. Once that whole entire situation was over, right, just me forcing to be included into stuff, then he left. Those two started talking to me saying, I don't know why you dated that person, to each other. They started arguing with each other. Then the person I just joined left. She was not really nice to my best friend. So me and my best friend were talking. She had a baby. She was babysitting type stuff. And I know her more than the person that's dating, the 2 people that are dating her. And she started babying me because I started to develop my own personality. And then we just started talking, saying that those 2 were very harsh to her. He tried to make things work between them and between all of them, but it's just not working. I didn't hear anything from them for 3 weeks, and the next thing I know, she is talking to any of us, my best friend. I was sad, and I started developing another persona, and I just couldn't live. I felt depressed. I felt like there was nothing going on for me, and I just stayed quiet. I stuck to myself. I put my hands in my pocket, and I just acted like a lone wolf, just chilling. I sat by myself at lunch and breakfast tables, and then acquaintances just sat at my table along the year. just talking to me, and I was just saying things. I didn't want to say much because I didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was missing a part of me, like my friends. Of course, the two broke up, and the third person got kicked out of the friend group because she tried to make my best friend do things that she didn't want to do, try to force them, and she got kicked, and she came back to the place we were at, the school, and said, please don't let me do anything rash. She trusted me more than both of her partners that she had. So she started talking to me saying, hey, should I do this? And I'm like, what do you feel like? Like, you know, I didn't feel like myself still. I felt defeated. I felt hurt. I felt, you know, worried, scared. I wasn't angry. I was just sad, bro. I thought everything was gonna crash again like junior year did. She had another friend that I reliably trust. They were both cool with each other. I thought they were like acquaintances, but no, they were really cool friends. They were nice to me as well. They weren't nice to her old partners at all, which was respectful. But no, they both trusted me, and they wanted me to be in the loop every time because I was a nice guy. I was not pushy. I wasn't doing anything to make someone uncomfortable. And then next thing I knew, like a week after, she started getting sick. And this is where I was put into play. So they got back together again, right? They wanted to give it another shot because he seemed more mature. Next thing I knew, she started getting sick, and he didn't know how to treat that. So he said, hey, can you take care of her? He commanded me like a dog, and I was like, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it because he said so. I'm doing it because she's my friend. My best friend at that, and she's been there every time I was not in the mood. I started taking care of her. I started giving her things. I started walking with her, making sure she was stable. And she said, "Oh, it was just because I was overwhelmed, stressed, and since I was stressed, I let I guess something went in to make her more sick than what she was." So I started trying to calm her down, saying, "Hey, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to. You don't have to force yourself to do anything. It's all you are in control of your own life." And she said, that's kind of hypocritical of you because you are doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm forced to. I've been caged my entire life. I can't really do anything about that considering what I went through and what I am going through. I didn't tell any of them about my family situation or anything about like streaming or YouTube and stuff as a getaway. So all they know is that I'm just a random guy that's mysterious to them. I'm just a random guy that's just mysterious to them until she started trying to hang out with me again. Now she's single and stuff. She wanted to roller skate with me. She wanted to spend time with me in the gym when she was free from that. And we just started playing volleyball together. We started doing things together. And the guy got jealous, even though he admitted that I was a better pair for her. He just got lucky and all that. So he found another girl, and he didn't really treat this one wrong. He was just chilling. Went to prom with him as well. They started dancing, but she came closer to me instead of him, and he kind of got mad and walked away a bit. So that senior year was pretty. It was just about living with and just feeling things. And then after all of that, she said, after we graduated, she tried to get in touch with me saying, hey, you want to do this, that, and the third with the group? I was like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. I started, suggesting, hey, you guys want to go roller skating this one time? Or do you want to go here for my birthday, my 18th birthday party? We went to Nashville Shores for my birthday party. If you don't know what Nashville Shores is, it is a beautiful water park. And it is so fun, dude. I always went there with my parents, but never with my friends. And my mom at the time said, yeah, just enjoy life, bro. They're your friends. I'm happy you have friends and that you trust and want to hang out with. So my best friend wanted to be mischievous and try to make her ex jealous. And she tried to just do things with me, make it obvious that I'm threatening his chance of me getting her, quote unquote. I didn't really care about it. I just wanted to do it for the fun of it. So after that, of us being mischievous and stuff, trying to troll the man, we started chilling out because we actually were having fun at the water park, swimming and stuff. They were trying to teach me how to swim, considering they were both really good swimmers. And then the other people, the juniors, They wanted the friends of mine, like acquaintances of mine and friends of my male best friend. They just wanted to hang out as well, and it was me, two of my best friends, the acquaintance, and two of their friends in 10th grade. So they started to just hang out. I kind of left them alone because they were cool with them, but the junior tried to be my mom, bro. She was just saying, "Hey, are you okay? Are you comfortable? Are you breathing?" Because she knew about my situation at that gym. She was in the class at the gym with me, and she kind of walked in on it with me and my teacher, saying that I almost died at the hospital the other day. She started ever since then. Ever since she realized that, she started being my mom and try to be my decision maker. And I was like, yo, chill off, bro, chill out, chill out. I'm trying to enjoy life here. After that situation, we went to like this wave pool. Dude, once it starts trying to it got cloudy, and I've said this every single time. Every time it's my birthday, bro, it will rain. And when it rains, it pours, bro. And so we had to do another change of plans. I didn't have money because my mom held on to it. She only gave me enough for the water park and a little bit of food, not for transportation to another place. So we all collectively came together and said, "Hey, I don't want to go home right now since we're so far away from home, and we kind of want to just chill out for the rest of my birthday." So they looked at me and said, "Hey, birthday boy, what do you want to do?" I said, "Why don't we go to Opry Mills and just look around and look at clothes and talk about stuff?" And so we all collectively put our money together, got a person to transport us there. My male best friend stayed up front with the other juniors, and just started talking. And then my female best friend sat with me, and we were just talking, bro. We said how much fun we were having, talking about the plan being success a little bit. And yeah, we were just having a good time. And then once we got to the Upper Mills thing, the mall, if you would, we just started looking at stuff, saying, "Hey, you would look cool in this," and considering I was a e-boy, yeah, back at that time, edgy person, so black looked nice on me. But then we started going to the arcade, and my mom sent me more money for some reason, since she knew I was at the arcade. She wanted to make sure I was okay since it was raining, and she came over to Auburn Mills and just gave me like $100 again from my paycheck earlier. And so we started we started winning stuff. I gave my winning prizes, since I always went to Dave and Buster's and win a lot of stuff there. I just gave it to my female best friend and my male best friend, and then the other two, considering they kind of went out with us, and I kind of felt happy that I have friends as well. So once I finished the entire thing right there, and I gave it to them, they just enjoyed it, if you would. So yeah, I think that's everything about high school. And then I'll give you like the finishing touches here. So throughout the high school, I didn't really pull anyone. I laid low enough and stayed in my own friend group. I had a lot of fun. I started learning that life has a lot of things going on, and I realized I had another shot at life and actually tried to experience it. It was just pretty fun. So I will say my life had a bad beginning. The middle started being okay, and then near the end of high school, I started living life a little bit, and now I still do in Tennessee and just seeing the place. Unfortunately, I want to go back there because it's beautiful. It's a nice place to stay there for a bit, but living is expensive. Anyways, I'm getting off track. But yeah, that's my high school life. And hope if you guys want to share your stories down below in the comments, I will read them. And if it's a really good story, I might make a video on it and just react to it. I might do that if we get a lot of comments that have, interesting stories and say my opinion, or if you guys have questions about anything or any ideas, don't be afraid to leave them in the comment section below, and I will react to them. Anyways, hope you guys have a good day, good night. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.